Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm Trish and today I'm going to be making some banana porridge. It's that time of the day again when we have already eaten the biggest meal of the day and it's evening time, and today however we're a little bit hungrier than usual because after we ate we ran around doing a lot of stuff in the yard, so we used up all that energy. So we're going to be making some banana porridge. Excuse me. If you are counting carbs, you want to make sure that you balance this out really good with some good fats, protein, and some fiber, because this is high carbs, right? But it's very easy to make, very simple. If this is your first time visiting our channel, thank you so much for choosing to view, and I hope that you will decide to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified whenever a new video comes out. If you're a returning viewer, thank you so much, and I hope that you will continue to support us, and I hope that this video will inspire you to make some banana porridge. Okay, so the first thing we need, let me flip this around. First thing you'll need is to put some water on the stove. In this pot I have the measurements in there. Let's see, this is about 2 cups of water, 2.5 cups of water, right? And you want that to come to a boil. The next thing you need is a high-powered blender, right? You need a high-powered blender, or you can use a grater to grate your bananas. Here I have a nice bunch of banana, and I'm gonna use about three of them to make the banana porridge. So the first thing I do, back around, try to stabilize this thing so you can see. All right, hopefully this thing won't. All right, so 3 bananas. My hands have been greased with some olive oil. And the reason why you want to grease your hands is because banana has sap in it, and this thing will cause a horrible stain. I really should have my apron on. It will cause a horrible stain to your clothes, and it will stick like glue to your hands if they're not nicely greased, right? So I'm just making slice on the back of my banana, and I consider this to be the back, right? Like so. Right. And then I'm just gonna use my knife. We're able to see go into where I just slid it and just kind of pry that skin up a little bit. Okay. And I'm gonna go in with my thumb. Go in with my thumb this way and kind of pry it open like so. I'm gonna do the other side. Pry it open like so. Guys, be careful. I was about to make my carrot punch, but I said, you know what? I'm a little bit hungrier than that today. So anyway, so this is how you peel your banana. Right, and here you go. That's the first one. And I'm gonna do another one into where I make that slit. Go in with my knife and pry it open, and I go in with my thumb, and just sometimes you're lucky, you're just able to get them out real easy. I was so fortunate to get these bananas today green, because where we are it's so hard to get green bananas, you guys. And so I'm just peeling my banana. Right, second one. I just do the third one because I can't touch the camera now with the stain on my fingers. So let me do this in a brush. Other side, same thing. Right. Joda! Wow, Mama, I can hear you from all the way in here. Okay, it's that time of the evening and they're playing. Don't restrict them from playing, you know, but just just don't want them to get accustomed to being too boisterous. All right, and sometimes there'll be little green stuff left on here. All right, so now we have our 3 bananas. I'm just gonna go to my blender. I didn't want to hold my blender with my steamy hands, but I have to. All right, I'm just gonna chop my my little girl here. She's such a tomboy. She's so rough. She has 2 brothers, and because of that, she is so rough. She beats them up. Especially John, the youngest. All right, the youngest boy, that is. All right, so just put my banana skin there in some compost. I'm gonna put it in compost. All right, so here I have my bananas, and I'm gonna get enough water to, remember I have about 2.5 cups of water on the stove. So I'm gonna get enough water to cover what's in here. Right up to that mark. And then I'm gonna add in my seasonings. I typically, let me wash my hands, guys. Usually I'll put some nutmeg, but I'm out of nutmeg. So I'm gonna just use my 5 spice, because my 5 spice has nutmeg in it. Right, my 5 spice has nutmeg in it, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use 5 spice. But we need out of here 5 spice and salt. So I'm gonna put about maybe a teaspoon of salt. If it needs more, then I'll put it later. And a teaspoon of 5 spice. That should do it. And I also like to put star anise. You get one. I had one over here. And I don't. Let me pause and get my milk quick. Alright guys, so here's my star anise. I'm just gonna put one in there. Okay. I didn't even wash it because this thing is gonna be cooked, so how's everybody doing? I hope everyone is doing great. You're hanging in there. Just have to literally go one day at a time. Literally one day at a time. Just stay in the present. Don't worry about tomorrow or yesterday. Alright, so here I have some slivered almonds. And I'm going to put about a cup of that in here. Okay. Now, typically persons would put oats in here or peanut, almonds, you know, whatever nut they have, but you put whatever you like. Okay. And I'm also gonna put a smidget of ginger. We're trying to stay anti-inflammatory, right? So we're gonna put a little piece of ginger, because the ginger will help that out. Help us in that area. Little bump of ginger. Alright, and we're gonna blend. And if you notice, I didn't blend until it's super smooth, but it still has little tiny chunks in it, as if I had grated it, right? It doesn't have to be super smooth, because then when you cook it, it's gonna be like real pasty if you do that. All right, so let's go over to the stove now. All right, so we're at the stove and our water is boiling. Just gonna pour everything in there. And with this thing, as it cooks, it thickens. So you wanna have it on low so you can maintain control of it, so it doesn't burn on the bottom. Nothing tastes worse than burnt plantain or banana porridge to me. Alright, so I'm gonna show you what it looks like. Right. And you may have to add some more liquid. If I have to add more liquid, I would add milk. Let me show you what it looks like. All right, here we go. That's what it looks like. Consistency. All right, so like I said, as it cooks, it thickens. So now I just went ahead and turn the stove all the way up. And you want to let it come to a boil, and then you turn it on low while stirring it. No, you can stop stirring when you see it starts to, when you feel it starts to thicken, right? The reason you have to keep stirring it is because you don't want it to get lumps. All right, so keep stirring it on high. And it's good that you can see the steam. I don't know if you can see the steam coming off of it. So it's beginning to boil. You can add vanilla, almond extract. You know, if you're a porridge person, whatever you typically put in your hot cereal, you put it in here. It's very delicious with peanut, right? And the children, my little lambs, usually at this point when I give it to them, sometimes they'll add peanut butter to it, because I don't like to have it with peanut. Peanut doesn't agree with me anymore. I love peanut, but my body doesn't like it anymore. So the children do love it with peanuts, so at the end of it they'll add a little peanut butter to it. All right, so it's starting to cook a little bit. Starting to thicken, so I can tell it's cooking. All right, when it starts to cook some more, because I don't want to run this video for too long, I just want it to be a little short video. Okay guys, so I can tell that it's starting to thicken, right? So the reason I didn't rinse my blender yet is because if it started to thicken, I wanted to be able to rinse my blender and put all of that goodness in here. So okay, so now I'm gonna turn down my stove. And I cheated this week, you guys. I bought some almond milk. If I'm buying almond milk, this is the brand I buy. All right, so I'm gonna put a little bit into my blender, because you see there's still some goodness in there. Put this camera down for a second. I'm just gonna put maybe a cup, because this thing really thickens as it cooks. Alright, so I'm just rinsing my thing. I'll put the milk in here. And then I'm also gonna add a bay leaf. Now, if you like your banana porridge sweetened, you could blend in some dates while you're blending to sweeten it. Of course, you can use stevia in it. I don't use any sweetener. I have just become accustomed to eating my stuff without sugar, and it's just fine. But if you don't want to use sugar, even though everything turns to sugar, right? But at least you'd be eating sugar that with a little bit more fiber. If you use a date, you can use coconut sugar too. Coconut sugar releases the glucose a little bit more slower, I believe. All right, so we can leave it now and allow it to cook. It doesn't take long to cook. In about 5 minutes this will be ready, and then I'll come back. All right. Okay friends, we're gonna check in on our banana porridge, and it's cooking up nice and slow. And if you wanted, you know, for those of you guys who make your almond milk and strain it, you can use the pulp in here. Make sure you blend it nicely when you're blending it in the blender before you add the banana, so it's nice and smooth. You don't want too much roughage in this banana porridge here. You still kind of want it to be nice and smooth. So you blend the pulp from either your coconut or your almond, you know, when making coconut milk and almond, before you put your banana in, because you don't want your banana to be blended too much where it's like real pasty. You know, you see how you can still see some little tiny, very tiny chunks in here. That's how you want it. Cooks up and it gets nice and soft. All right, so it still needs a little bit more time, maybe 2 more minutes. Okay guys, so banana porridge is finished. By the way, I do not own the rights to the song playing in the background. No copyright infringement going on here. Sometimes you have to just sing your way through. Mercy said no. Okay, so it's ready. So I'm gonna serve it here. You step away. You don't have to be afraid. Mercy said no. Sin will never take control. That's right. Okay, guys. So maybe a cup and a half is good. Steal my heart away. All right. So I'm gonna show you the way I do the children's. Alexa, stop. All right, so the way they like theirs is just sprinkle on top some coconut sugar. Allow it to melt because it's hot, you know. So it's gonna sit on top like you know, you have a flan, you have that custard sitting on top, or what do you call it? Literally 2 teaspoons of coconut sugar is what I use in here. And so they don't stir it in, they just kind of scoop and eat from it. And that kind of works. And a little dollop of butter. And that's it for the kiddos. They don't like it with nuts or anything. So now I'm going to make mine. You can see how I do mine. Does that look good? And this is only 3 bananas, you guys. And this will do for a family of 5. Because we're not looking to be stuffed, you know, you just want what we call bumbi. Something to just hold you over. Okay, so this is mine. I needed some cashew, but can't get it right now. Anyway, what I like is pecans. Right, and I need to get my dose of pumpkin seeds, so I just put it on there. Try to get at least a 1/4 cup of pumpkin seeds a day. And so I don't need any sugar whatsoever, and I am ready to go. And so guys, until the next video, God bless. So okay guys, until the next video, God bless, and I hope you're inspired to make some banana porridge. And if it's your first time seeing this done, I hope that you'll be inspired to try it. God bless. Until the next video. Bye. Please remember, excuse me, please remember to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. All right. Bye.